everyone, it's Amélie. Welcome to my channel, Le Petit Mouton Noir et Cléo. So today I want to make a small capsule for a fabric haul, if I can say that. Like, you can see my dog over there. So because there is a big sale in my local nursery, so there's a additional 20% off for all members of the shop, which I am. So which make everything in the shop at 40% off, which is amazing. Especially that when I sew, I often have to make a lot of adjustments, probably because I'm a hourglass figure, so it's very challenging to fit everything. Having the opportunity to buy fabric at 40% off is very appealing for me, so I can make my first version, which will not be perfect, out of cheaper fabric, but still that if the garment that I sew fit me, then I can wear it. Like, I haven't spent so much time on the muslin that I wouldn't wear. It doesn't always work, so that's why I like having the 40% off. Because the other day, like last month, I should say, no, 2 months ago, yeah, I made the lila dress sorry for my French accent there, the lila dress. It's really hard to say because the lila, the name of the dress is in French, so my brain go to French and then you say dress in English, but the accent doesn't follow. So the lila dress from Girendo, and I made it for a wearable toile, but it's not wearable at all. The bust doesn't fit at all, so yeah. So sometimes it doesn't work, but when it works, it's great. So last year I wanted to buy some corduroy, so I don't remember what's the name. I think it's corduroy. I will continue to say it in French since it's a French word. So I wanted to make a skirt last year out of corduroy, and unfortunately I bought some online and it was not what I expected. It was stretchy, and you know, you have those line of velvet and those line where you see the back fabric, and that back fabric is almost translucent. So I was like, no, there's no way I'm making a skirt out of it. So I have no clue what I'm gonna do with that fabric. And my craving for corduroy is still there. So now that there's a sales, I want to make something out of it. Maybe not the skirt, because it's a self-draft pattern that I'm trying to make out of a skirt that I bought from a store. Yeah, I don't know how to say it properly. So just you know, you go to the store and you buy some clothes. That's what that skirt is, and I try to self-draft it. And I'm not ready to think about it now. I'm not in that mindset. So maybe later during the winter, but right now I just want to make some clothes out of patterns. So I have two options for corduroy patterns that I want to make. So recently I bought the Megan Nielsen down jeans. I bought it from I think it's core fabric, because it's complicated because you have Closet Core, which sell their own pattern. You have core fabric that sells, like, it's a mercery shop, and you have Girendo now, so I'm confused, but I think it was core fabric. So I bought it from them alongside some fabric, obviously, that I bought. It's athletic knits from Cirque du Soleil, dead stock, so very precious to make very nice legging, and a bra for when I go running this winter, because I'm in Quebec City, and in the winter it can be quite cold, so I need much more longer leggings because I pick up running again. I did it 10 years ago, and then I got injured so many times when I was playing soccer or football. I don't know how you call it in your country. Here in Canada we call it soccer in French. So with a very French accent. So I got injured like several times, like back to back. And 5 years ago, I got a very bad injury, and then COVID hit. I didn't got the medical care that I needed, and yeah, so it took a long time. But last year I started running again by myself, and this year I joined again the running club of my neighborhood, which I was running with 10 years ago. So I'm very glad I'm back, and I need clothes, so I bought. So it's a reason to buy some fabric, I would say. But yeah, so I bought this. Like, it took me like 7 minutes to say that I bought this. Wow, great. So yeah, I already had two jeans pattern. I have the ginger jeans from Closet Core, but it's for stretch fabric, and I don't always want stretch jeans. I have the Lender pants from True Bias, by True Bias. But this pattern is interesting because there are so many different views. So there's a kind of a skinny one, a straight one, a flare one, and the shorts, which is important for me because I struggle a lot to find some jean short in stores. So I bought it. It was on my wish list for so long. So glad that Core fabric had it. And I imagined those one very nicely in corduroy, especially the view B, like the straight one would be very nice. And I'm thinking about a camel color. I don't know why I'm so drawn to camel colors these days. I think it could be very nice. And I think I have some of my knit sweater that could fit with camel, I think. Otherwise, it will just give me the opportunity to knit other sweaters that will fit with my new pants. The other one that I'm thinking, it's the McCall M8553, which is this dress. And I would like to make this version in corduroy. And I recently saw, I think it's Jenna Makes. She's a YouTuber, a sewing channel. She's from the UK, and she had that gorgeous dress in pink corduroy. It was, and she had like some lace applique on it. It was gorgeous. And I want to copy her. But maybe not in pink. Like, it was a pink like this. I like pink like this, but it's not the color that suit me the best for my skin tone. More often than not, it make me look sick. Like, it make a greenish tone, undertone come out, which I don't like. I can wear some very bright pink, some more bluish pink that are more bold, but baby pink, pastel pink, it's not something that suits me. It's like a light lilac. I love that color, but I look sick every time I wear something like that. So I don't know which color. Maybe, like, I saw that my Mercery have this type of color in corduroy, which could be very nice, and that type of color suits me, make my skin a bit more pinkish. So that could be one, or like a forest green or dark navy could also be very beautiful. So I'll see. Another option is something that I've seen quite a bit, is those woolly polo shirt or dress like this one. So the McCall M8552, which I find very gorgeous, and I know that there's some wools that could suit this pattern. There's not a lot of choice of wools, but I've seen like 3 different ones, and each of those 3 have different colors, so that could be an option. And the fourth option that I have, it's again for wools, and it's for a set for this skirt, but I will make it a bit longer, like to just above the knee, with this jacket. This jacket I've been on my to sew list for quite a while, maybe more than a year, I think, or a year. I saw it at the store, that pattern, and I was instantly like, oh wow, I like this style. And I almost bought some fabric last year, because it was a wool, and it was quilted with a padding and I think a polyester lining, so I could make this without lining it, but I don't think it will be nice and neat, so I didn't do it, and I think I should do it the proper way. So buying the wool and the lining and do it. I never line anything in my life, like I'm not a very experienced knitter, sewer. So yeah, so that is something else that I would like, but I don't feel that I'm ready to invest that much time in a set, because I already have to make my ginger jeans, like they're cut and everything. So, and it's my second pair. I already made one 2 years ago. They were not great, but they are wearable, but I have to really figure it out while I was sewing it, because the waist was so large, because I'm very tall. I'm 5'9", so 174 centimeter, and so, and I'm all legs. So I increased the length of the legs and the rise quite a bit, so it moved the waist of the pants much higher, and I had to take off, I think, almost 5 inches out of it. But it's not how the pattern was intended, but now I'm making them more like the patterns, or less high waist, still high waist, but not like to the waistline, just below, like maybe that below the waistline. But I made the same adjustment because the rest of the pants fit very well. It was just the rise and the waistband that was problematic. So so I just retraced it as it's intended to be, so no rise length adjustment. I just graded to my size, and I think it's enough. Maybe I should have graded a size smaller for the waist, I'm not sure, but otherwise I will do exactly the same thing that I did before, just to make some dart at the center of both pockets and reduce the length of the waistband, and that will be fine. And it will be wearable. So, but like making, like everything is cut, so I need to start sewing them, but it's a time investment. Like, it's quite long. I won't do a contrasting top stitching. I will not change my, it will be tone to tone, so I won't change my thread all the time to save some time, because again, it's a wearable toile. So I bought some fabric that was really cheap, but like it's a good quality, it was just not expensive. Like it's not the best quality, but it's fine. And I bought it for like $29, and I bought like 3 meters, so I have enough to make those ginger jeans and maybe some shorts after that or whatever. I have some extra. Or maybe if at some point I need to make another toile, I can use it for like not the whole pants but just the top of the pants. I don't know. It was so cheap, I was like, I'm just gonna buy more. So making a set with a lime jacket is quite long, and that's not the only one. Like sewing those 3 pieces will take me probably all winter long. So I'm more drawn to make my jeans and maybe one of these. Oops, this one is outside. So one of these. I'm a bit more drawn to this one, but I know this one will be more practical, and this one could be fun because I never sewn any wool, and I never sewn a placket like this. So that could be interesting, but I'm pretty sure I would wear more of this and this. And I crave courtois, so it makes sense if I make this. So, if you haven't heard, I'm struggling to talk a bit because I got a surgery in my mouth about 2 weeks ago, and it was a journey. And my tongue is still, I don't want to say paralyzed, but half of it is not working properly and I don't feel it. So but it's, I've been told it's normal. It can take a couple of weeks to come back, but that's why. So yeah, because of my surgery I cannot drive. Not because of the surgery, but because of the medication from the surgery, I cannot drive. So maybe my brother will take me to the store today since there's a sale. Otherwise I'll just buy it online. But once I will get the fabric, I'm gonna show you, and this, like decide, show you the plans, like that's what I should say. Like I'll show you the fabric and I'll show you what I'm gonna make with it. So that's it for the moment. So we'll see you, I'll see you in a bit. So I just came back from the store and I was proud of me because I respected what I said, and that I will only buy fabric for one pattern. That's what I did, and I found some fabric for this one, which is kind of what I really wanted to do. Like it was my favorite, and among all the other patterns I really would have liked the down jeans, but I'm already making the ginger jeans, so I was like, to make something a bit different, I would prefer this one. So yeah, it's an exclusive fabric from my store, like local store, Club Tissu. So it's the Wilfred Velour Croquelé, which is a Courtois Wilfred 21W. I think it's like, you know, those roll, like the size of them. And I bought, like, there was a bunch of different colors that were very nice. Two of them were, like, the first one that I picked up was the caramel one. It was very pretty, but like there was so many people, so there was a long line. And when I came back, like, because the line was very long, and the Cordura was where you're very close to the cutting station, so when my turn was close to be at the cutting station, I looked it back, and there was a burgundy one which was not there when I looked it up. So probably someone had it in his basket. So this is it. Oh, I didn't realize it's a bit see-through, but like for the dress will be like this, so I think, and like not clearly like directly through the very bright sun, so it will be okay. Like, see, you don't, I'm pretty sure it's fine. It's gonna be fine. Like, because when I look like this, like, I don't see my hand, like, clearly not. It's just like this, you can see, but whatever. So it's this very beautiful burgundy color, which is called vin, which is wine. So yeah, and I think it will be good, like it's structured. So for like the poofy sleeve, it will be fun, but it's not like too structured, so I'll be able to gather it for the skirt. And I think the bottom of the sleeve, yeah, like this one will be like at the wrist, but like it's gathered there. I took 3.3 meter. Even though the width of my fabric is smaller than what on the packet, but I asked the girl at the counter, and she said, well, since it's 3.3 meter for like up to size 20, and I am making the size 10, like you'll be fine. And I said, okay. And I'm making the size 10, even though I'm more of a 12 to 14 size, but I've seen comment online that this is very oversized and you should grade down 1 to 2 size. So, and when I look at the finished garment measurement, it makes sense that I make a size 10, so I'll have 2.5 inch of positive face at the bust, and like the waist we don't care because it's again a skirt, so for sure I will have enough space. They don't put the finished measurement of the waist, which I don't understand, whatever. So yeah, I should have enough fabric. I also bought everything else that I needed. So the thread is the Gutermann 436, so pretty, very close to the color. And I bought 2 zippers because I didn't know which one would be the best, because I took this one, which is the right size, and also like kind of a matching color, but not quite yet, so it's very dark, much like very dark, it's much darker than my fabric, and I was like, I'm not sure like it will be the best, but it's very sleek, so it's very nice texture. And the other one were the metallic one, that this is metal also, I think it feels like. Oh, okay, no, this is metal and this is plastic, and it's recommending like a metal zipper, and the look of it, it's better too. So I took one. I would have liked like a golden one, but there was none, so I took this brass color one, and it's not even the right size, like it's too big, it's 20 inches instead of 16. But I guess I can like cut, like, what the fuck? Ah, okay. So I thought I could not like take it down. I was like, no, it's broken already. But no, it's fine. So yeah, I think I could like cut it and make something up to mimic that or whatever. I'll have to look online how to like shorten it. But so yeah, I bought those two. I wasn't sure. And also like this one is kind of, the texture is not great and the zipper is here, so I like I don't know how I will feel about having this directly on my skin, where here the skin is quite sensitive. I was like I don't know, so we'll see. My objective is I'm gonna make it like, first I'm gonna like when I won't have like a shirt that is tight like this, I will just put it there and see how I feel about it. And also like when I'm gonna make it, I'll see, because I think I prefer like having a contrasting color than a not on point color on. So on the finished garment, like this is much nicer than this, in my opinion. You can have a different one, but in my opinion I would rather have like this one. Also I bought this. So this is self-adhesive patch, and I thought that it would be super cute like if I place them like this or like on the pocket or something. Could be very cute. And there's one last thing, there's some buttons somewhere under all of my stuff. I had them like a minute ago. Oh, they're here. So you need two buttons for the long sleeve, and I chose this one. They're super cute. So they're golden because I love golden color. Like I have a ring and some earring that are gold, and I love sparkly things. So because of the texture, they reflect light and look a bit more sparkly, and I really liked it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my fabric haul for fall inspired project. And I thought that with this color for Christmas it would be very nice, so I have to make this before Christmas. This have to go to the wash probably twice because it's 100% cotton and it's red, so it's probably gonna leak like crazy. And I'll probably forget that I only wash it once, the fabric I mean. So I will do the garment and then wash it again and forgot that it only had been washed once, so I'm gonna wash it twice. And I think it's worth it because I have other fabric that I just bought that is the same color or about the same color, so I'm gonna wash both of them twice in the washing machine and then put them in a dryer to make them shrink as much as possible before I use them. So it should be fine. It should not leak or anything. And so yeah, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that small haul video. If you liked it, please make a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. This is my first English video, by the way. I've been on YouTube for the past six years. Yeah, 6 years, but only in French. So I hope to be able to make a bit more English video in the future. I guess this will be one part of the decision if people like it and if they watch it. Because if nobody watch it, like, it's a bit more effort to make 2 videos, one in French and one in English, than just in French. So, but I want to practice my English a bit more. Yeah, and don't hesitate to tell me if there are some words that I don't pronounce correctly and try to teach me how to pronounce them, because I'm a scientist, so I'm used to speaking English, but just in a scientific world with totally different vocabulary. So when I'm trying to speak for normal day-to-day conversation, it gets a bit more difficult than when I speak for about work stuff, which is weird to say, but like most of the word for the day-to-day conversation, or like this video, which is not really a conversation because there's nobody answering me live, most of the words I read them in books, because most of my reading for fun is in English. I prefer to read books in their native language, so mostly English. And you don't always know, like you pronounce, like you learn those words pronouncing the way you think they're pronounced, but when you have a different language background, like it's so different, so it's there's a lot of chances that some words I don't pronounce them correctly. And also like be mindful that I'm struggling talking right now because of my surgery and my tongue that doesn't have a mind of its own right now. So like there's that too, but don't hesitate, like if you want to help me improve my English, I'll, like if you do it in a nice way, I will appreciate it. And yeah, tell me if you like this content and would like to have more English video. So normally I do like roundups, like basic podcasts for knitting about like what I finished, what I'm working on, what kind of yarn that I've used. I want to be a bit more inspiration videos also, but I don't know if it will be sustainable to do that much video, like French and English and more videos, so we'll see. But I'll also from time to time have some small capsule about what I've sewn. I try to separate knitting and sewing, so if people prefer knitting, they will look those video, and if some other prefer sewing, they will look other video. But when I'm talking about sewing, it's more like this video, very specific to one small thing, and not like, oh, what I've sewn in a month, because I'm more of a knitter than a sewer. But I feel that right now it's more like almost half and half, but I'm a monogamous crafter, so I only sew on one project. So normally like I will have a video about one specific project rather than kind of a vlog about what I've been, all of my project, like I only have one. so yeah, I hope you liked it, and thank you for listening, and talk to you soon. Bye.